Welcome back to CK2 the Mad World. Last episode, we expanded out here as Duke Goldwith the Wise into becoming a double Duke, the Duke of Leinster as well. No time has ticked yet, so it's still, apparently we're still sieging that down. We won't worry about that too much. The time has come to repay the money I owe the moneylender. So you might remember, the only reason we won that war is by taking out just about every loan in the whole world. And now I've got to try and deal with this mess. So, engage in smart negotiation saves us 20 gold. Absolutely. That's a good start. Now, we've got to get 1,000 gold to pay off our main loan there. Sorry, 1,250. 1,000 gold was the initial loan, so we've got to pay it back with interest there. Shouldn't be too difficult. We are getting plus 48 gold a month. That's also not taking into account the new provinces we've just conquered. Now, the downside is the guy that we fought there is still our vassal. And he still doesn't really like us either, seeing as we took a shit ton of his land. What we want to do then is kill him off as soon as possible, get everybody involved, and we have a lot of people willing to join this plot, so I think we should be okay. Now, the other issue we've got right now is that we have a really good heir. Our daughter, who's called Steve, she came out, genius, calm voice, exactly the same as us, by all intents and purposes. She didn't get fertile, but I don't know if this is inheritable because it's added by a different mod. Either way, she is female, so what we need to do is flip our government type over to absolute cognatic. What that means we've got to do is go ahead and bribe all of our vassals that don't like us into liking us. Now, there's only actually one vassal after we've dealt with this guy that doesn't like us. This guy could also happen to accidentally die. He does also have leprosy and cancer, so I guess we don't have to worry about it too much. I think nature will take its course. Let's see how it goes. We fulfilled the ambition to increase the size of our domain, which we did pretty handily. So we did have to rush that down a little bit there, so our troops are looking a little bit sad for themselves because we had to assault down the capital holding before round peace kicked in, which is in 94 days. Let's go ahead and pick a new ambition then. What have we got? So we could consult the elders again on our purity and try and become the most pure dragon of all. They want us to have a hoard of gold. So I think as a dragon, we always need to have a base level of 200 gold to increase our soul's purity there. So I'm going to do that. We want to build a substantial hoard of gold. Oh, we need 400 gold this time. Interesting. Well, we're going to get that in no time whatsoever. Seeing as we get 75 gold a month. Excuse me. That's shit tons. Oh, great. Okay. Now, the downside is, and the reason we had to take out a lot of loans, is we're also looking for the Great Key of Solomon, which is going to help with our magical powers, our alchemy and that type of thing. So, that's costing us 100 gold. Now, I think we've had this event 5 times now, so that's 500 gold gone instantly. I'm going to turn the game down a little bit here. It seems pretty loud to me. Let's go ahead and crank the master volume down a little bit there. That's a little bit better. All right. The King of Ireland here, who's currently in the middle of a rebellion with one Duke, so I think he'll be fine, wants me to become his steward. Why not? We haven't got much else to do right now, and it only really affects leading troops anyway, which we're not going to be doing because we have 12 martial. So let's not do that. What else have we got? Reviewed purity. Alright, so this is a temporary modifier, I guess, to stop us constantly consulting the elders on our purity. And I assume when we fulfill this building a horde ambition, we should be able to consult them and they'll give us a different goal to increase our purity. Plot was revealed because apparently some idiot revealed it. This guy? Okay, so he wasn't actually drunken, that was completely random. Draconic governorship. Oh, that's cool. So there's actually a specific Dragonic government type for everything then. I guess there'll be one for tribal, I guess there'll be one for theocracies as well. That's really interesting. Okay, plot is revealed, doesn't matter because the plot's still going. Is there anyone else we can bribe? 47% additional plot power. Probably worth it, but we do need to save the gold. Hang on, no, think about this. Don't give away too much gold. Greater Key of Solomon in exchange for a favor. Done. Ooh, that's going to save us a lot of gold. And again, this guy is nobody. That was the guy who's probably going to drop down dead. So let's not worry about that favor too much. I don't think it's going to affect the game. He's not on our council or anything, so we haven't got to worry about it. It could force his way onto the council, obviously, but let's not worry about that too much. King Worthshipe is requesting help with his mismanagement of the economy. You idiot. Absolutely not. We can't afford to really give away 200 gold. We've mismanaged our own economy enough, thank you very much. Plus, you know, we want this guy to be as weak as possible to make it easier for us to rise up and obviously overthrow him. Now, as it stands, we are probably powerful enough to do so. What have we got? 5,000 men when that fully reinforces? What are we looking at? Still 10,000. That's only because these have the recently conquered modifier, I assume. Yeah, look, they've got no levies at all. We've built our horde there as well. So what we want to do is consult the elders again. If you were to control one of the eternal flames, the gods would favor you. Reclaim one from the infidels. Right, okay. What is that? What does that mean? Well, if we get 500 gold while controlling a duchy, we get plus 10% national tax modifier. So we're actually going to do that. And we're going to take out a gold to fulfill it. Because that means earlier on, we're going to get our extra taxes there. So that's pretty nice. Are the Eternal Flames the holy sites? I remember seeing one before when we were playing in the Lycan Empire, right? Eternal Flame? Eternal Flame, yeah, there we are. Look at that. Oh, wow, they are really good, aren't they? Holy shit, those are incredibly powerful. Right, okay. So I assume every holy site has one. The closest one to us is unfortunately going to be Canterbury, I assume. Or Galloway? Galloway is definitely closer. That's going to be our sub-goal. You know what? We could just fabricate claims and go for it, because it's under a vassal. It's under another duke. Meath? Fabricate claims? Change my mind. We're going to Galloway. Ah, I didn't realise that. Yeah, the Draconic Faith considers Whithorn a holy site. Well, let's do it then. Let's grab ourselves an Eternal Flame. Now, I think, as we are Dragon Lord, can we control... No, we can't actually hold temple levels, so I guess we've just got to have a vassal with an Eternal Flame in that case. That's fine. What do we want to do then? Change of province culture. That we could definitely do. That gives a permanent +1 stewardship and 100 prestige as well. Sure, we can give that a go, can't we? And we do have... Or we can get, I should say, active cultural conversion, which will allow us to essentially force people to convert culture. Now, can we do that as a duke? Probably not, I assume. I think we probably need to... Can we see it? Active cultural conversion. Can anyone spot it? I remember having this last time with the Lycan Empire, and it was there. No, I can't see. Maybe we have to be independent. Maybe we just have to be completely independent of our liege's culture. Not sure what causes that to appear. Now, we could affect some laws here. Religious revocation would be awesome, seeing as we are obviously a... we're a different religion to the people we have been attacking, and obviously we could, in that case, seize it from this guy, seeing as he is Catholic. Probably not a bad shout. Let's try and build up to religious revocation in that case. Oh, wait. We can immediately pass strong banking law, plus 15% national tax, and it makes our feudal vassal pay much, much higher. Done. You know what? That's absolutely solid. Now, what do our council think of that? I'm happy to buy some favors if we need to. Yeah, we probably are going to need to here. Let's just see how it goes to start off with. Yeah, nobody's voting. Didn't think so. All right. Let's buy some favors. We've got enough gold, which is, you know, why I thought we should probably do this now. Have we got any loyalists at all? Because they are kind of likely to vote for us. So we'll buy favors from these two here. Oh, we need to buy from 3, so we've got a majority, because otherwise we'll be a 3-3 split, assuming these guys don't buy. So, sorry, they don't vote. Buy a favor, and buy a favor. 160 gold for plus, 240 gold for plus 15% national tax modifier. That seems like a pretty damn good deal to me. So, absolutely, let's do that. Perfect. Perfect. Now, they won't always say yes as well, especially if you've got a vote in action. They might not say that, so we'll definitely do that. Calling council support. There we go. Right. Calling council support as well. We might as well do that now, seeing as, you know, any laws we can push through, we might as well give it a go. Now, what's our council reformation? Oh, council reformation? What's our council law looking like? We're in a civil war, so we've got to wait for that to be gone. Let's actually look at our own rather than Ireland there. 5 years. The council is actually ridiculously empowered. We want to really, I think the first thing we want to focus on is revoke titles. If we can get religious revocation and revoke titles revocation, that means we're free to do whatever we want with our vassals. Really try and flip this over to true dragon. Now, what's our culture looking like? I probably should check that. Yeah, we are just completely Irish. That will convert over time. But if I could get that active cultural conversion, that would help out a lot. Right. And obviously, prosperity events, by the way. So the higher your prosperity is, the more likely you are to be able to get more chances at cultural conversion as well. There is eventually an event that allows you to just bring in dragons for a pretty decent cost and instantly convert the culture. Kind of a rare event, though. And it requires prosperity. The maximum level of prosperity is prosperity level 4. Or is it 5? Either way, booming. Whatever that one is. My liege, the highly prosperous economy, speaking of which, of the realm greatly increases the demand for goods. I'm going to say she wants 500 gold. I'm going to say no. Absolutely never. We're going to wait until we've paid off that loan before we really reinvest into the provinces here. Now, I really want to focus on getting ourselves those Dragon Raider retinues, because Dragon Raiders seem really powerful, and we do have buildings in our capital that can buff them up by another 10% to their offensive value as well. With Decisive Battles, that's very, very useful. Moderate regulation, absolutely, we'll approve that. That just increases tax, as I said. That's what we're trying to do with our strong banking there. It's exactly the same, just a slightly reduced version, which mean that the only difference is the opinion, right? Yeah, it is. So if you look there, the feudal vassal opinion and the church vassal opinion have plus 15 in that one, but only plus 5 in that one. So it's whether or not you want to piss off your republics. And to be honest, I don't care about the republics because we don't have any republics right now. But I really do like those taxes. So we're trying to kill my wife. Probably one of my concubines, I imagine. Let's take a look at our known plots. My wife is trying to kill my son. That's fine. Because she's the mother of the really, really good daughter that we had. So you know what? That's absolutely fine. Someone's trying to kill her, though. Again, it's probably one of our concubines trying to get their... Or maybe even stop the plot against their son. This is deep. We got some dragon conspiracy going on. I can't believe this dude's not dead either. Especially as we're a Machiavellian manipulator that gives us bonuses to our plots. That's insane. My wife is pregnant. Excellent. Is there anyone else we can bribe? Because I kind of want this plot done as soon as possible. Because he's a troublemaker. Wait, did he get cured of cancer? Oh, no, wait, that's the other guy. That's the Republic guy, isn't it? Yeah, right, okay. Well, this guy's 24. Now, he's also a leper, but he is going to live for a very long time regardless, because leprosy isn't as fatal as you might think. Even though it's a health minus, what, 1.5? Yeah. It's not that bad. It will kill them eventually, but it does take a couple of decades to do so. It is guaranteed death. You know what? I trust my wife. She's given us a good heir so far, and that's definitely our heir, seeing as it has the genius trait. You want more funds? Absolutely not. You know what we can do? We've done it. Repay the loan. Boom. Hang on. That was the wrong button. Repay the loan. Let's repay both. Why not? A little bit cheeky there, paying off that loan and getting away with it as well. Putting us into negative, which can give us smuggler's rings. With the trade guild, they are slightly more significant. They have different events that fire. But as we're not part of the trade guild, it doesn't matter too much. Love for my wife. 5% chance of losing the trait chaste. But our wife gains a trait lustful. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's really good. Boom. Done. We didn't lose trait. We didn't lose chaste. But our wife gained lustful. That's fine. As many dragons as possible as we can get in our dynasty. Probably for the best right now. If we get absolute cognatic, gives us a nice choice as well. Obviously the downside to absolute agnatic. I'm not used to saying that because it's not something I normally want. The downside to absolute agnatic is if we get a good daughter really far down the list of inheritance, we have to kill a lot more kids to get her on the throne. Tanistry would be the ultimate one, but I don't think we can get Tanistry, can we? Even though we are in an Irish province, that's just not possible at this point. We need to be tribal. I think if we were tribal, we could grab Tanistry. Corpus Iris Canonici is fine. I think it doesn't really affect us too much. Gives them more domain size, as I recall. Canonici, domain size +2. Yeah, it just gives them 1 extra domain size. So, sure. Why not? Makes our vassal like us a little bit more, or our liege like us a little bit more, which is probably worth it. The roads aren't safe. Just so unsafe, those roads. Full of dragons, you know? Dragons, werewolves, vampires, that type of thing. Come on, please die. Brilliant. We gained -10 to our general opinion because we are dishonorable. I think that's a small cost to pay, to be honest with you. And we had Grundle. A son called Grundle? What a horrible name. Okay, I'm going to call you... You know what? Grundle's absolutely fine, because that is atrocious. You can be trained in magic as well. Guthmaga, you must attempt to save my Grundle. Just go ahead and Google that. Go on Urban Dictionary or something. Purity -3, what happened? Oh, because we've got no gold whatsoever. Right, yeah, of course, we have to stay above that sort of minimum tax bracket. Now, what we should do, I talked about this before. The first level of borrowing a loan from Togi's Fleck mod? Sure. Togi's Fleck mod is only a Temple Vassal Opinion -3, and we never have to repay it. In my opinion, that's just worth always having. So let's definitely do that to get us out of the negative purity there. I think we need 400, don't we? And a special tithe. Hey, problem solved. I assume we're still impure. Maybe it triggers every month? Either way, let's start investing back into the capital. Right, first things first. What do you think, retinues? We have a 24k retinue cap limit. Holy shit. From technology, plus 1,235. Are we that far ahead in military organization, really? No, we're actually not. A head penalty plus 100%, but compared to the Lycan Empire and the Seljuk, sorry, the Turkish Empire especially, the Mongol Horde as well, as the Chinese protectorates, I suppose they are. Yeah, we're not that far ahead. We are decently far ahead, but we're not that far ahead. The question is, do we want to do it now? You know what? Let's invest first. I said let's focus on the tech mod buildings to actually buff up our stats. I think that's probably a much better start. Oh, hang on. Dragon Bolt? Sold. I'm not a man of my word. I'm indecisive. That's probably a nice way to put it. I'm really indecisive. And I really want to see some of these unique buildings added by the dragon culture, especially as they're going to give us dragon raiders anyway. You know, it's 2 birds with 1 stone, isn't it, really? Have we got a better steward? You are a better steward. Sorry, you are fired. Now, we do want to start getting some Chinese artifacts. Can we Koto? We can. Trip to China? Yeah, let's go for a trip to China. Onwards to China. I mean, this seems pretty thematically appropriate, right, though, because China always refer to themselves as the dragon of the East or whatever. At least in CK2. I don't know whether or not they do that in real life. But this would be fun. I think a China going to dragon is exactly what this series needed. And you know what? The best part is we get some cool artifacts out of that, and you guys know how much I love my artifacts. Anyway, what I'm actually looking for from China is obviously the grace that we get from the Kowtow, but the dragon amulet. Not just because we're a dragon, but because the dragon amulet gives minus 20%, I think it is, to build time. Either that or it's minus 10% to build cost and build time. Not sure. Either way, we had a daughter called Tismet. That's a stupid name. Oh, and she's ugly. I'm going to call you, Ugly. I feel like that's an inspired and fantastic name. Fatigued? Yeah, I understand that. I imagine if you were immediately named Ugly, you'd be pretty sick of life, wouldn't you? Just immediately feeling a bit down on yourself. That's fine. The Chinese Golden Age appears to be over. Things are returning to normal and the Middle Kingdom seem more stable. That's a bit annoying. Especially as we just decide to go and visit. Okay, whatever. Ah, fellow travellers, a military man exclaims, emerging alongside a group of soldiers from the trees surrounding our camp. I'm Captain Zhao. We are here to escort my lord Hangzhou. He gestures for his troops to join my entourage this evening. Captain Zhao the immigrant. Oh, Captain Zhao, there's been a change of plans. While obviously you did not hire these mercenaries, your caravan might benefit from more military protection. We're going to pay 500 gold, gain hired bodyguards, you can plot discovery plus 10% and martial plus 1. How long for? 3 years? What, are they coming back to Ireland with us? How does that work? Okay, I'm going to say no, because I prefer the gold to be able to build up my own domain a little bit. We might as well have them doing something while we're away, right? It's a shame we don't have a trade post of our own right now. Can we put, we don't, we actually, if they all belong to the Latin Empire. Well, that's incredibly annoying. Am I going crazy? Do they count as ours? Monster? Maybe they do count as ours. Yeah, no. When they're the Latin Empires, they show Latin Empire, don't they? Let's see if I can find one. I'm going to assume, okay, there's not one in their actual capital. Yeah, like that one. Look, Latin Empire, I think is what it shows. I think that means that those trade posts do actually belong to us. In fact, the easiest way would be to look at your friggin' outliner and see quite clearly it says over there that we own 3 trade posts. You know, sometimes I think I'm pretty good at this game, but then there's so much to remember. I think my brain has hit maximum capacity at this point, having played so many mods and trying to remember so much shit that just the important stuff gets pushed out. And that's the truth of it. You know, I don't have a big enough brain to play this game. My IQ is too low, probably because I haven't watched Rick and Morty. I built a vault. That's pretty useful. Can we upgrade that another level, or was that the maximum? A huge treasure vault. Awesome. Tax income plus 5. The monthly prestige and the trader income are both pretty useful there. Galaglas Training Ground is the Irish unique unit there. Heavy infantry defense plus 15%, heavy infantry plus 40. Now, we obviously want to go for our Dragon Tower, I think. Or do we want to go for those No, let's go for the early wooden castle. Let's go for the stat boost buildings. I've been saying it a lot. Let's actually go through with it this time. 33% chance of getting some tech points. Let's see if we get any. I think we've got cultural advances. At least it certainly looks like it. Alright, back to our trip to China. My liege, the highly prosperous economy demands nothing. Not today. Now, we can get construction level 7. Wow. That would help out. I'll take that. Oh. Please don't be my heir. Was conveniently murdered on the orders of my wife. Wait, was that my wife? It was my wife. You know what? That's fine. We're now going to play as Grundle, though. Oh, my God. It goes from bad to worse. I'm not playing as Grundle. I refuse. We could kidnap Grundle and then get rid of them quietly. Or we just wait till we get Agnatic? Cognatic? That's never... I'm never going to remember that. Reign for 10 years. I mean, that's easy. We're a duke, so we can definitely afford the 500 prestige. At least we will be by the time we get back. No vassals must have a negative opinion on me. That's the only other thing we need to sort out. So really, everything's just time dependent. The only thing that we would have to worry about is vassal opinion. But even then, the longer we rule, the more our vassals will like us. We just need to deal with these many, many Irish vassals that we seem to have got. Why don't you like me? Dishonourable. Oh, that's doomed it. Okay, irritated. Legis Craven. The day's dragon, I found myself thinking back to Dunnerseed, wondering what is happening in the castle, and how is Ugly faring without me there? Her stupid ugly face, and her ugly eyes, and her ugly dragon mouth. Let's choose her an ugly focus. What's the ugliest of all the focuses? Honestly, pride is pretty friggin' awful. Humility, that's the worst of all. There you go, you can be, timid. That suits you, I think, Ugly. Go and hide your face. I'm going to send her a letter reminding her how ugly she is. I don't know what makes so cruel to this poor child. Well, that's what it gets for being born ugly. Consult elders on purity. Eternal Flame, right? Yeah, no, I remember. Good. Galloway, the Eternal Flame of Galloway. Seems appropriate. Right, what were we doing then? Crusade for Sicily? Crusade for Sicily? Oh, right, Sicily has been taken. This guy's blood of the gods. He's a descendant of a god, really? How did that happen? Filka, Rhino. Rhino, what did you do? Oh, well, that's pretty cool. Some random descendant of Rhino. So this guy's actually trying to get back his homeland, which is under the Turkish Empire. Yeah, good luck with that. It's not like they're the biggest empire I've ever seen in CK2. Okay, fair enough. Well, they might do okay, actually, seeing as they have the Latin Empire, they have the Holy Roman Empire, and the Occitan Empire. The HRE has grabbed some of North Africa from the Aztecs? Wow, they're actually really, really powerful. The HRE are doing much, much better. Although it doesn't look like it, because they've been cut in half by all these various Lycan states and Sicily, things like that. They're actually doing pretty good for themselves. To the humble genius, Goldbeard. Oh, you humble me too much. Yorgel. Yorgel Elfin. D-Elfin or just regular Elfin? Support me by voting on the council? Absolutely not. I'm in China. I don't know what you're talking about. So there's our early wooden castle built. Let's go and get ourselves those stat buildings. One of my friends said to me over Discord, you talk about Flogis too much. There's a lot to talk about with Flogis, okay? There's a lot to do. So what we need to do is we need to put up the dirt track, the poor district, the citizens district, the noble district, then upgrade the castle itself. Then we need to buy the small castle domicile. Then we need to buy the medium castle domicile. Then we can actually build the stat buff buildings. Look, Flogis is fairly balanced in the sense that it takes friggin' ages to get it going. Oh? So our deceitful trait is going to save us some money. Is there any downside to this? We can actually lose 400 gold and gain 10 calligraphy, which gives a city vassal opinion +2, so that will help cancel out our banking laws. Monthly prestige is obviously very good from that. I'm going to kill her dead. I'm going to kill her dead. Wow. What a great guy with a pure soul I am. And actually we have purity of 4. That's really, really funny. Same faith opinion +4. So obviously once we filled our realm with fellow dragons, that'd be really useful. Monthly piety, useful. Prestige, very useful, seeing as our prestige has been taking a lot of hits this playthrough. The tax modifier, I didn't realize it gave a tax modifier. Well, that's really cool. I imagine at the highest level of purity, it might be an extra 10%. On top of what we get from, was it Thief gives? Oh no, that just gives monthly wealth. On top of everything else, that's going to help out a lot, sure. No funds for you. I don't have enough gold to spare. I kind of do though, don't I? Seeing as we've got enough gold, why don't we just upgrade everything? Like, absolutely everything. Hospitals, domain, all of our various castles, trade posts. I mean, I was going to save it all so that we could upgrade our main castle here as much as possible. But you know what? We're earning so much gold so quickly that I can't spend it fast enough. So let's just go for it. Just go ahead, just straight down the list and upgrade everything we want. Now, because I don't really care about these other provinces, we might end up giving them away. I'm going to go ahead and build keeps in them because that gives the, you know, the extra troops. Plus 10% levy size, plus 10% garrison size. Very, very useful. They're just going to help out, you know, pad out our numbers a little bit. Oh, and suddenly I'm out of money. Although, to be fair, if you keep an eye on it, next month we'll just be able to, again, do it immediately afterwards. Ooh, what is this? You've noticed that your hoard of wealth is meager, even by human standards. This ill befits a dragon such as yourself. Exact a special tax on your vassals. Gain 200 gold, but everybody thinks I'm a tyrant. Reevaluate your realm's expenses. Get 150 gold for free. Done. Thorman prospers. Hey, look at that. We're reevaluating our expenses. And that means I can spend it on keeps. I kind of don't like that the game's discouraging me from spending money, seeing as my favourite thing to do in CK2 is spend money on nice things. Now, we are going to go to China, or we should arrive in China soon. We're well on our way, which means we do want to save a lot of money on the side as well for... Oh, shit. We do want to save a lot of money for, apparently, A, a claim on Galloway, B, for any artifacts we get offered. I got to take out a friggin' loan. Yeah, go for it. Oh, that's annoying. Alright. Remember when I said I was going to build up the castles? I lied. We're not going to do that. We've got to save up some money now to pay off a loan. And again, if we get the whole duchy, I'm absolutely going to say yeah, because it's a whole duchy. Koto to China. Our company has finally reached the lands of the Tang Empire. The Middle Kingdom and its magnificence lay before us with much to experience. Let us walk, lest I forget about the reason for the journey. Alright. So, we should get a couple of events here offering us some artifacts. We obviously had the one with the lady that we killed instantly. Now, when we're trying to impress the Emperor, there are chances we can get a couple of events from that. We're already impressing the Emperor, apparently. Chance of gaining 25 gold, and it's going to reflect well on us in the eyes of an Emperor. There's a chance it increases your score with the Emperor, basically. If we get the highest level of Koto, that would be awesome, because it means we can get the most artifacts out of the Emperor over time. Curses. We became... my rival became bitter rivals with my vassal. Also, on my marshal. That's what I meant. My marshal became bitter rivals with my vassal. Ooh. Oh, wait, that's really bad. The trade route from Thomond is in dire need of a new ship and equipment to be able to continue trading. So this is actually the event that you get from the business focus. We haven't actually had that, so it must have been the last ruler of Thomond that had this. 200 gold to keep this for another 2 years. 30% city tax. Let's run the maths here. I did this in after the end, and I still would say it was the best choice that we had at the time, and people weren't happy about that. It's just numbers. It's just a numbers game. If we're getting 63 gold a year from this castle, which we're not, that's the tax value, genius. Is it really worth it, though? I'm going to say... sure. Alright, this is one of the more risky events during the kowtow. The High Priest started the ceremony right as I get inside the Taoist temple. The disciples enter a meditation to bring themselves into the harmony with the cosmos. We can gain sympathy for Eastern religions, probably the safest option. We can join in on their ceremony, but risk getting content. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. It'll make our liege like us a little bit more. Might not be too terrible. Or we've got a 15% chance of getting one learning, but that also gives us a chance of impressing the Emperor. So I'm actually going to do that one. Oh, no content. That's fine. I'm glad that we didn't get content. My Marshal Ganj has sought me out with the concerns regarding the search for the relic. He's going to issue a decree, give him 25% build time, minus 5% vassal tax, and city vassal opinion minus 20. Sure. So we've lost our levies, and we're annoying the republics within our realm. That's fine. I think, seeing as we've never had a dragon artifact before, and this is quite a rare event, obviously the searching for an artifact event, I feel like we've got to do it, just to roll the dice on it, if nothing else, see what cool things we get out of it. There might be some pretty awesome dragon-based artifacts. My liege, the highly prosperous... No, not today. Thank you. What do we want to spend our money on? We probably want to just keep saving it in case we get that duchy level title right. We gain one stewardship. Just randomly. Permanently as well. Awesome. I kind of forgot why being heir on the council is so good. Sorry, I was distracted there by Emperor Rhino the Dragon's face popping up and shouting at me. Oh, my spy master was arrested. God damn it. Rhino, come on. Oh, he doesn't like us. Both thief. Of all the things to not like us for, both thief. That's really hard to say. Religious differences, minus 6. I would say we have more than just religious differences. You worship Odin. I'm a friggin' dragon. Wait, does that count as... similar to the many forms of European paganism and shares its many myths and legends? Is this supposed to be some offshoot of Norse? Is that what that is trying to tell us? Weird. I mean, there were dragons, obviously, in Norse mythology, or the equivalent of. Maybe. Although I would assume he wouldn't like us, seeing as it was... Yggdrasil was eaten by a big old dragon. Or at least its roots were gnawed away. Sure, most unfortunate, whatever. I'm getting too much into this, and it's probably not important at all. My concubine, Meth, tells me she's pregnant, but that can't be right, can it? I think it probably is. Come on, let's wrap up this kowtow now. I'm bored of being in China. I want to come home. What do you want? Oh, you want to ransom back my spy master? Well, we got level 2 of kowtow. Could have been worse. That's fine. That's going to give us a pretty decent amount of monthly grace. It's always worth doing, I find. 0.1 prestige is nothing. I mean, compared to the grace, what you can get out of that, definitely worth it. Now, do you want to send him anything? Can we even... is it even worth it, sending him anything? We could go through the character finder and invite some eunuchs to court, or the best person we think, and actually send them off and gain some favour. Probably not a bad idea. 10 gold for a dragon. Sure, why not? What we want to do, give ourselves a new Spy Master and send them straight back over to the Lycan Empire. It's really the best person we've got. Let's see if we can find someone better. Something the character finder. Search all, join court, yes. Let's fully reset it. Just have this one turned on. And then sort by intrigue. Hastin, the Prince of Asgard? Sold. Yeah, you know what? Why the fuck not? That's not weird at all. Sure, welcome aboard. I assume that's not... Oh, that is actually Hastin, as in the son of Odin. Sure, son of Odin. Welcome. You are my new Spy Master, and I'd like you to go and study technology on your distant relative's capital there, if you don't mind. Thank you very much, appreciate it. That's the weirdest thing that's ever happened. Desmond prospers. In other news, we're back from China now, aren't we? Yeah, so let's keep going with our buildings then. How much do we really need for our duchy level title? I think it's about 5,000 gold, seeing as it's 5 times... I think it's 5 times your monthly balance, right? Or your yearly income. Something like that. So I think it's going to be a pretty hefty amount of gold, let's put it that way. The question is, do we want to stop building up just in case we get this duchy claim, which we might never get? Saying that, we only need Galloway anyway, but we might as well go for the whole thing. I'm arguing with myself now, because I'm not really sure. A daughter was born to Duke Goldbeard the Wise, a mare named Hjor von Beacon. Hjor von Beacon, Silver Piggy. Actually terrible. There you go, that's some magic. I'm going to name you Hjor von Bacon instead, because that's a much better name. Thank you for watching. Next episode, we're going to claim the Eternal Fire from Galloway. Hopefully we can get that whole duchy level title, become a triple duke, and then maybe even just go for the whole of Ireland. Why not? I mean, if we push them out enough, eventually they will lose that title because we do have de jure title requirements turned on. So I think we should do that. I think we should go for the whole of Ireland. We need to tidy up our vassals a little bit. We've achieved a lot this episode. We went to China, we killed a lady, and then we got the Son of Odin to become our Spy Master. So I feel like we've achieved a decent amount. We also need to focus on our heir next time. Don't let me forget. Leave a comment reminding me specifically, and I'll leave a comment on my own as well if I remember that. Shout out to my many patrons of the highest tier: Danny Good, Lucas Holting, Hey Dog, Gabriel Vanders, Jocelyn Dean Tesla, Michael Mullen, Logan Thorne, Conspired C, and of course everybody else who's contributing on Patreon as well: Brandon Botoniak, Necrophil, Felix Steele, Prince O.O. Watts, Quet Lochkey, Zar Reven, Paul Master, Imperator Augustus, Jack Allen, Chancellor Sheev Palpatine, I am the Lizard King, Llewellyn Thomas, Euron De Vries, Euphrates, Dunconia 217, Salaki, and Jordan Campbell. Thank you all for your support, without which the channel would no longer exist. And that is the truth of it. Thanks to you, dragons and Odin's son can stand side by side to steal technology from a wolf god. And I think that's what's important here.